Hello everybody, this is C.B Smallwood and you're watching 100 Days of Making Comics, where for 30 minutes a day, each and every single day, or at least every other day, I'll be uploading a video where I'll be writing, drawing, inking, coloring, lettering. I'll be doing something to further my goals to become a comic book artist, as well as make my own comic book, beef up my portfolio, and just generally comics. So there you go. This is my third. How many fingers am I holding up? This is my third take on doing this video. I've deleted it and like 3 or 4 different times now, and I've just been very unsatisfied. Like sometimes I feel like I just kind of drone on and mumbled and been speaking lots of Spanglish. So really I'm just trying to double down on making sure that I got, a video that's coherent. And there you go. So far in this video, I'm not liking the proportions that I got going on here. I'm trying to fix that, in my own way. Now, as far as like stuff to report, not too much going on. If you watched my last video, I talked about newsprint, and I'm going to do it one more time, talk about it briefly, even though I've did like 3 takes now and I've rambled on. So I don't want this to be a newsprint video, but basically, if you want to be a comic book artist and you print your own stuff and that type of thing, and you want to pass on the savings to your readers so they don't have to go broke buying your comic, and also so they'll be more likely to buy your comic because you're an unknown artist and you got an unknown book. Probably the best way to do that is to make your book as cheap as possible, and maybe the best way to do that is print your comic in newsprint. And there's a company called Alterna Comics, which is spelled Alterna, I believe. That's off the top of my head. And they are printing newsprint comics. They're sort of like Image Comics in the sense that they print independent creators comics. And as of this video, I don't believe they have any ongoing series. I could be wrong about that. Most of the stuff that they got that I've seen is pretty much been a mini-series. So, but then again, a lot of people who make comics on the independent scene, seems like most of their stuff ends up being graphic novels or at least a mini-series or something of that sort. So that seems to make sense to me as to why they've got that type of approach. But I would love to see somebody who is talented, that's an independent dude or gal, end up on Alterna and have an ongoing series. So if you want to pass on those savings to your readers and have your book more likely be seen and maybe even potentially sell out, look them up. I don't work for Alterna. I don't know what kind of people they are. I don't know if they're nice people, bad people. I don't know anything about the owner. But all I do know is it's hard trying to get your stuff out there. And I speak with limited experience, but, it's just, any way that, I can help you all out from my limited research. If you want to be a comic book artist yourself, and you've got your own creations and you want to have them seen by the public, if there's anything that I can do to help you all out, I want to do that, and I'm being sincere about that. I don't want people to struggle as I have struggled. And there's nothing wrong with struggling in and of itself, but if it's fruitless, then it's pointless. And if it's pointless, that's depressing. So, moving on from that. My work has been a little fatiguing. I'm having a hard time dealing with my schedule. Not a super hard time, but it's not been very comfortable. Like 2 days on the weekend. On the weekend, there we go. On the weekends, I work 12-hour shifts, and I start from 6 in the morning to 6 in the evening. Okay. And through the week, at least 2 days a week, one day that I'm scheduled, and one day every single day that I'm called in on, I'm working nights. I'm working nights about 8 hours, okay? And that's from like 10 at night till 6 in the morning, okay? So, like on my days off, I'm having to get adjusted to one sleep schedule and then get readjusted to another, and it's just constantly back and forth. Getting ready to work nights, have to stay up later even though I'm tired, and then getting ready to work mornings, so I got to go to bed earlier even though I'm wired. So I hate that, can't stand it. I've done jobs that's like that before, and I'm tired of it. But what can you do? You make poor life choices, and this is the job opportunities you got. So for anybody that's watching this video and you're barely in your 20s or something like that, go to college, join the Army, do something like that so that you have better job prospects. Because if not, let me tell you something. You're going to have lots of burger flipping in your future. Also, you get to look forward to working jobs that you do not like. And you will also have in your future bosses that will use you and work you to the bone. And sometimes will even take credit for work that you do. Not all the time, but sometimes. And also, you have people that will take advantage of you, and what time they're off watching the Super Bowl because they called in, you're having to work their shift. Or what time they want to go party or do whatever, you're having to go work their shift. That person's not punished. And at the same time, here you are being punished for being a good worker because you're just trying to do the right thing. Man, I sound bitter, don't I? Well, I'm not bitter. I'm just telling you the truth. If you want to avoid, crazy things and then working your butt off for minimum wage, then go to college, join the Army, just whatever. Because if you don't, it's going to suck. But I'm putting a plan together to fix my job situation. It's not easy, but we'll see how it goes. And drawing comics is part of that. I've been wanting to be a professional comic book artist since forever, and now I'm making a big push toward it, and I think I can get to where I'm going. I think it all comes down to my work ethic and just staying at it and actually engaging people for once. I've always been a person that's kind of just been, I don't know, kind of off to myself, kind of a loner. And then, I had the arrogance to think, why have I not discovered yet? I'm so awesome. And first of all, I was never that awesome. And then second of all, even if I was, which I was not, and I was never putting myself out there as an artist. If people don't know you exist unless you put your art out there. And you're always, sometimes you're afraid of people ripping you off or doing this and that. But the way I look at it nowadays is, if you're a true artist, if you're a true creator, even if that happens, you can compensate by just creating more stuff and just making more art. You know, if you're so insecure about, people ripping you off or anything like that, then it just goes to show that you're not really confident in your work to be able to replicate something cool that you've done. And I think I'm reaching a point where I'm a little bit more confident than what I used to be. And so I'm putting myself out there more, and I'm making a real go at it, I feel like, somehow the things I'm saying might be rubbing people the wrong way, which I don't mean to do at all. But anyway, I'm getting ready to wrap this video up. Well, not just yet, but I'm getting pretty close to it. We're just about done with this thing. So I want to say thank you to everybody for all the love and support, and really do appreciate it. I got some cool stuff planned in the future, but I'm going to wait a little bit before I announce, every single little thing I'm going to do, because, I really need to buckle down and finish this stuff, And I will. I'll get it done. And also, thanks everybody for your patience when it comes to me making these videos. I'm uploading very sporadically. Even though I am drawing every day, it's been kind of difficult for me to upload videos like how I want to, because honestly, I've just been kind of tired lately. And, it's one thing to draw stuff. It's another thing to make videos about it. And because there's editing, you got to make a thumbnail for it, and then you got to upload to this social platform and that social platform and all this other stuff, and it just it's a job. It really is, that you don't get paid for. Oh man, I sound bitter, but I'm really not bitter. Honestly, I'm not. I'm just kind of I'm having a conversation. That's what I'm doing here. Having a conversation what time I'm doing this big Conan hair thing. But yeah, it's time to wrap this video up. We're going to end it at the 13-minute mark, hopefully. So anyway, folks, if you like this video, please remember to give it a good thumbs up vote. And also, if you want to show some more love and you like this content on a consistent basis, you want to follow it, then please follow and subscribe. This is C.B Smallwood, and you've been watching 100 Days of Making Comics. I will see you again in the next video. And if you got any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section down below. Love you guys. Until then, see you in the next video.